We have X-Men 97. We got a trailer,
Yes.
and it looks
Yes, yes. I
good.
I watched
But
that trailer 6 times.
I
Listen.
watched it a couple times because I watched some people react to it. But for some weird
Mhm.
reason, it's in 3D, which I knew that that was announced a while back. I don't know why Marvel Animation is so allergic to 2D animation. Um, it's weird. But if I had to guess, it's because it's cheaper, and
Yeah.
they don't want to pay animators what they deserve. With that said,
Yeah.
it still looks good, the animation.
Man.
But I'll always fight for more animated comic adaptations because it's where these characters thrive, bruh.
Right.
And this this led to me watching the first episode of the OG series last night.
Yes.
It was a bit of a tough watch. It's why it took me so long to watch it.
Oh no.
I've said it before,
Absolutely.
but it just doesn't hold up as well to its contemporaries like Batman the Animated Series, which debuted just a year before. Um, Both the animation and image quality looks so old, but whereas BTAS still looks great even by modern standards. But I recently learned that a lot of that was due to some quality control issues, including attempts to cut cost and requests to change the tone of the series to be
Yep.
more child friendly and integrate toys like a lot of cartoons were back in the 90s and early
Yeah.
2000s and 70s and 80s or 80s. Um, which part of that I can only assume also means stop teaching our kids about bigotry and how bad it is
Yep.
and just sell them
Yep.
toys. Uh,
Yep.
but I'll continue to try and give the original show a shot to see if I can see if the storylines can engage me and keep me
Mm.
attentive, and then I can catch up and watch 97.
Yeah.
But I won't force
So
myself to keep watching if I don't like it.
yeah, if you don't like it, as now to me, the original X-Men cartoon is peak cinema. I don't care that the image quality and the animation quality
It's
and all that
crazy to
is
me that they
bad. It
haven't like remastered it.
Yeah, yeah.
If
It's
that's
sad,
even possible
honestly.
for them to do, because I'm like, BTAS has been remastered, S-TAS has
Yeah,
been remastered,
they
Batman
can
Beyond
definitely
has been remastered. Like, come on.
they can absolutely remaster what's it call it? The original X-Men cartoon. But yeah, as a person who enjoys it thoroughly, like I grew up on that cartoon despite it being a little past my time. It's terrible. It's awful. Like it's objectively bad, but it's such a fun watch.
Yeah, it's
And like to
great
see it,
for
huh,
kids, the kids of that time, but modern era, it just
yeah,
doesn't hit as hard.
it doesn't hold up. Yeah.
Unless you grew up
I,
with it and you have nostalgia
yeah,
for it.
yeah, like I
Like
do. But
I saw a little bit of it when I was a kid. My most distinct memory of watching it was the first time I ever went to Philadelphia when I was super young for a family
aw,
reunion. I was like sitting in like my aunt's living room watching it, and that's like the only like concrete memory I ever have of watching it.
right. My I have a lot of core memories with it because I would go over to my grandparents' house and we would rent movies from the Red Box, and what I would rent specifically was the Super Mario Bros. Super Show and the old X-Men cartoon and just watch them over and over and over again. So it's like it's got a really special place in my heart. So X-Men 97 is like really special to me because it's like, it's coming back. The only thing I'm concerned about, besides it being 3D, is the opening, because that's the best part for me. I hope that when they remaster it or whatever they do to
No,
it, it sounds
Marvel's
just as good.
obsessed with nostalgia and not doing
Yeah.
anything new, so it's just gonna be the same theme song.
I was going to say, listen, I would even be okay with them just playing it straight the way it is
It will
again,
most
like
likely
over.
be the exact same thing, but with slightly different animation.
And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Also, it's not stars, but stars in air quotes. My favorite X-Man, Ghibli. I know she's like terrible in the lore, whatever, whatever. She's
No,
cool. Her
people like
power's
Jubilee.
cool. Yeah, yeah. My mom is not a fan.
At one point in the comics, she becomes a vampire, and she's a vampire for a while.
Really
She also has a kid. Um,
interesting.
Jubilee goes through a lot in comics.
Yeah, I need to read the
Like
comics. I'm
like
more.
she becomes a vampire and she stays a vampire for like a minute, and that's just like a
That's
part of her story for a little while. And at some point, she has a kid. I think it might be it might have been like a teen pregnancy thing too, and that was a storyline they had with her. And I think she still has the kid. The kid's still alive. It's comic books.
right.
Kid could have died, but they didn't, or maybe they didn't came back to
Yeah,
life. I don't know. I truly don't know. But she has a kid.
it's insane to me. But yeah, I need to read the comments, the comics rather, because they're good. And X Men
Same.
is the one Marvel property I care about.
Yeah,
Like,
no. We'll get more into that later and how they're finally bringing
Yeah.
that stuff in.